Memorial Day is more than a day off from work. It's a day to reflect on what others have sacrificed in order to make our country what it is today. And what better way to honor those proud members of the military by showcasing our national pastime? We here at Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area are proud to present the Orange and Black, paying tribute to the Red, White, and Blue. It's Memorial Day baseball, and it's coming up next. We are coming to you from AT&T Park. It's the Rockies, it's the Giants. It's game one of this three-game series. Hi again, everybody. I'm Dwayne Kuiper. Alongside me is Mike Krukow. Happy Memorial Day. This is definitely a day of remembrance, remembering our troops from the past and certainly our troops in the present. So wherever you are, happy Memorial Day, and thank you. We have a special day here at the ballpark. It's Ubaldo Jimenez against Tim Lincecum. I don't think it gets any better than that.
Well, it really doesn't. When you think that these two right-handers are they're premier at what they do. First of all, you got Tim Lincecum, who's won the last two Cy Young Awards. He's done something nobody's ever done in Major League history, and that's win that award in his first two full seasons. And he's pitching today against a guy who wants one this year. Ubaldo Jimenez is a guy who comes into this game 9-1 with an 0.88 ERA. That's video game-like. So it promises to be a well-pitched ball game. So it's up to the Giants offense to try and do something about it, and hopefully they can do it early, because the longer it goes, Ubaldo gets tougher to hit.
Yeah. Giants are playing good baseball. All right, let's go down to Amy G. Amy?
Thank you, Dwayne. Not only are fans today going to get to see a momentous matchup on the mound, but of course it is Memorial Day, as you two mentioned. Happy Memorial Day, and we are bringing you a very special 2010 Memorial Day broadcast filled with emails and pictures and stories and interviews with soldiers. And it's not just being broadcast locally, it is also being seen on MLB Network. It's going out to our nation as we send our gratitude to all of those men and women who serve to protect us every single day. And we'd like to start with just mentioning how some of the members of this current Giants club have ties to the military. Let's start with Ben Potenziano. He is the strength and conditioning coach for the Giants, and he served 12 years in the United States Air Force. The manager of the Giants, Bruce Bochy, his father served in the United States Army. Reliever Jeremy Affeldt, his father was in the Air Force. And closer Brian Wilson, his father was in the Air Force, grandfather in the Army, and his brother was a Marine. Several of the Giants sat down to talk to us about what it's like to play America's pastime on a patriotic holiday.
Holidays were always, baseball was involved, and in our minds, baseball is a part of the fabric of the country.
We're still playing in the playgrounds. We're still the 8-year-olds playing baseball. But now it's our livelihood, and we get to do that. And we're extremely fortunate that we don't have to go to war.
It's a time, I think, we realize how great this country is because of their sacrifice.
You know, whenever you have a family member go into the service, you know, all the worries and the caring start.
My dad, he flew, he was a radar navigator for B-52 bombers, so he would get up and leave for 2 weeks.
You can really appreciate what everybody goes through when their loved ones are at war.
It's nice to be able to sit back and, you know, just realize that, you know, thanks to these people that we have the rights that we do. We have the opportunities that we have the freedom that we do.
When they get the recognition that they deserve on a grand scale, you know, in a stadium, you have multiple thousands of people applauding them. That's when it's cool to just kind of sit back and be like, ah, there they go.
You're standing there honoring your country for the people that worked hard for you to be able to do, you know, we do today.
For me, it's an awesome day. It's a special day.
I think it's time for all of us to reflect back on our military, how much they do sacrifice for us.
It's a great time to pay respect to our armed services.
Today we use Baseball Stage to pay tribute to all of the servicemen and women stationed all over the world. Thank you. And fans at home, you have a chance to say thank you as well. Please, sometime during the game, log on to csnbayarea.com. Share a story, share a picture, share an email. It's unlimited today. People can go on and read them, and we'll get as many as we can on today's broadcast. Let's go back up to the booth to Group and Kite.
All right, thanks, Amy. Very nice job here on Memorial Day as we hear from some of the players, coaches, and from Bruce Bochy. It's a hazy day here at the ballpark, but very comfortable. A lot of short sleeves, a lot of white shirts, and a packed house that you would expect on this holiday with two of the best pitchers in all of baseball going head-to-head, and that, of course, is Tim Lincecum and Ubaldo Jimenez. You also see both teams will be wearing the white with the red brim baseball caps and their logos in red, white, and blue. And it is a different look. Some might be hard to get used to, but very appropriate on this day where we honor our troops. So here's Tim Lincecum as he leads the Giants out of their dugout. Our game time weather is brought to you by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The admission-free boardwalk is open daily. 56 degrees here at the park. We've got winds at 12 miles per hour, humidity at 85%, so it's pretty high, and it is a bit overcast. Here's the Colorado Rockies lineup, brought to you by Southwest Airlines. It'll be Gonzalez, Smith, and then Todd Helton. Helton's got really, really good numbers against Tim Lincecum. Struggling this year, though. Here's Tulowitzki, the cleanup hitter. Then it's Hop, Olivo. Ian Stewart will bat 7th, Barmas 8th, and Jimenez, of course, 9th.
Defensively for the Giants today, they'll have Huff, Rowan, and Torres. That's your outfield. Uribe Sandoval on the left side of the infield. Sanchez and Posey on the right side. Benji Molina will be in the squad putting down the fingers, and the gentleman he'll be catching today will be Tim Lincecum. And let's take a look at his starting pitching stats, brought to you by your Bay Area Hyundai dealers. 11th start for Lincecum, 5-1 of the year. ERA just crept up to the 3 mark for the first time this season. 49 hits allowed in 66 innings. And the Giants are going to watch him closely. He's had a little bit of a mechanical problem the last couple times out. And he has lost the command of his fastball, so that'll be very key today. We're going to take a look at our Toyota keys to the game. As we mentioned, Lincecum's control, that will be first and foremost. And what he does with the fastball will tell you what he'll do with his other pitches. And get the Rabbits on base. That's another key to this game. So far in this homestand, Andres Torres and Freddie Sanchez has really made a difference. They've been able to get on base and make things happen at the top of the lineup. And, oh, yeah, how about the 7 and 8 guys? The Giants need to get Molina and Rowan active on the offense. They've been stagnant, and they need to break out of their slumps. That'll be key in this game today against the Rockies.
All right. Lincecum looking in. The first pitch of the ball game is on its way, and it's a called strike. 107 first pitch. Oh, and 1 to Gonzalez, hitting at 316. He drives this one out to Huff, and Huff will always be tested in the first inning.
It has not failed. Since Aubrey Huff has made the positional change from first base to left field, he has been tested every day, and every day the plays get harder. This one kind of slicing line drive, a ball hit well by Gonzalez.
You're probably sitting out there if you're Aubrey Huff, and you're going, well, I don't know. I wonder how many balls I'm going to get hit at me today. And in the meantime, here, one is already in the air.
And a seed, by the way.
Here's Seth Smith. Smith takes a strike. That's Lance Barksdale doing the honors behind home plate. Rapuano Hallion and Ron Kolpa.
Lance Barksdale's strike zone can be an adventure.
Smith against Lincecum. A double, a couple of home runs. He's 4 for 15. With Todd Helton to follow. Swing and a miss, 1 and 2.
Good curveball. You notice where he's throwing the curveball. He's throwing it down below the strike zone. In his previous 2 starts, he's not really had great command of that pitch. And when he's missed, he hasn't missed down below the zone. So early on, he seems to me like he's in a much improved release point.
Chop back to Lincecum. He'll underhand it to Buster Posey, 2 outs. And here's Helton. Helton, who is booed in this ballpark. Why? Because He gets a lot of hits in this ballpark. First pitch is wide. Helton is on a current 0 for 12 streak. His numbers at 260. Just outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Jimenez watching and waiting. And the 2-0 delivery to Helton, and Helton takes a strike.
First 7 starts, 10 walks. Last 3 starts, 15 walks.
2-2.
With Barksdale, you're going to get a few more high strikes called than you've seen in the previous 2 series in this homestand. Previous 2 series, you saw a lot of low ball umpires, and Barksdale will call the high strike, but you're not always going to get the same pitch called twice.
Buster Posey knocks it down. Lincecum covering, side retired. Giants are coming up. Yesterday, Sanchez, Sandoval, and then Aubrey Huff. Hitting 5th will be Juan Uribe, Buster Posey, followed by Benji Molina, Rowan 8th, Lincecum 9th.
Defensively, the Rockies will set it up with Smith, Gonzalez, and Hop in the outfield. With Hop the best arm, and it's a good one. Tulowitzki Stewart on the left side, Barnes Helton on the right side, and behind the plate doing the catching today will be Miguel Olivo, and on the hill will be Ubaldo Jimenez, one of the premier arms in all of the major leagues.
Pulled on the ground, foul, a 94-mile-an-hour fastball, and Jimenez quickly out in front, 0-2.
And you look at the numbers, just 42 hits allowed, 71 1/3, 0.88 ERA, 61 strikeouts. He's given up just 1 home run. A fastball that'll go 95-99, a slider and a split. But that doesn't really tell you all about what this guy can do with the ball. He's got a 4-seam and a 2-seam fastball, and he understands the movement.
Torres strikes out. 1 out here in the first inning. Here's Freddie Sanchez.
That's that 2-plane break and slider that is just so devastating. You talk about late, hard breaking and big. Well, that's Ubaldo Jimenez's breaking ball. Everything he throws can strike you out.
Here's Freddie Sanchez.
Giants and Rockies both sharing the same Memorial Day caps as all of baseball is today.
Sanchez 8 for 18 on the homestand, 2 for 10 lifetime against Ubaldo Jimenez. With Pablo Sandoval to follow. Three Giants hitters in this lineup have never faced Jimenez before. Torres, who just struck out, Aubrey Huff, and Buster Posey. Is that breaking ball? It's 2-2.
It's just so quick, and it will buckle, guys. You really have to be disciplined in your bats, in your at-bats. You have to just take swing out, play up the middle, let him supply the power.
And Sanchez rolls this fastball foul.
Really anchors the ball. Watch how violently he takes it out, drops it, and then comes back up right over the top. So there's a little bit of a hide in his release point. You don't pick him out that early, but and then when he explodes at you, it's just on you so quickly. You'll see a lot of late swings like that, and you'll see a lot of swing and misses.
Got him with a fastball. I don't know if it was a fastball. It was at 89.
I think that's a split. A split, even if it doesn't move, could be a changeup. And again, just locking you up. You know, you're geared for 99 after he just saw the previous pitch at 99. He reacts to the same arm action, and it comes in at 89, a 10-mile-per-hour difference, and you can't get off a swing. And that's from a hot hitter.
Here's Sandoval.
And the other thing about him is every once in a while he'll get a wild hair up his nose. He'll throw one halfway up the backstop at 99. He's not a comfortable at bat.
Sandoval out of play. Nice catch in the sweet level. Oh, yeah. It's amazing how popular you become when you catch a baseball at this yard. 2-1 to Sandoval. Sandoval 6 for 18, and he's hit for the cycle against Jimenez.
I mean, you can put that on your resume and get a pretty good job.
Yeah. Sandoval lifts it foul. 2-2. Aubrey Huff would hit if Sandoval reaches. Fouls it back. Last year in August, Sandoval hit a home run off of Jimenez. And now Sandoval will step out. Sandoval took an 0 for 5 with 3 strikeouts in the game yesterday. Outside 3-2. And the payoff. And Sandoval bounces one up the middle and a base hit.
Great at bat. And I think that's the approach you have to have. I mean, this is a 2-strike situation, and we really don't say that Sandoval takes a lot out of a swing, but I think he did here. Just a disciplined at bat, trying to go back up the middle. I mean, you have to concede that this guy's got great stuff. You cannot get long or greedy in your swing, or he'll make you look like a fool. You got to get short, you got to get quick, and you got to think about hitting the ball back up the middle. Great at bat. Plus, he got a lot of pitches out of him.
Aubrey Huff, as I mentioned earlier, has never faced Jimenez. And he'll take a fastball that from up here only looked like it moved about a foot.
You know, the thing about, you know, the fastball, you re-grip it, it's going to change the movement, and at 98 miles per hour, you're going to get a phantom movement. Right now, Aubrey Huff's thinking if those two are called strikes, this is going to be a rough afternoon. And you'll see some heads jerk around at some of the balls called today by Lance Barksdale. He has an inconsistent zone.
Sandoval goes. The pitch is high. The throw down to second, and they got him. Giants trying to do something with Jimenez. Huff will lead off the second.
And she shared a story about her father, who was a colonel, Colonel Albert Gufante. He served 30 years in the United States Army, and he passed away in April, just 2 days shy of his 93rd birthday. And Carol says that her father passed on to her his true love for the San Francisco Giants. In fact, they interrupted his memorial service to give a Giants update. She also said he would call her after Giants games so that she could listen to Kruk and Kipe's post-game while she was in Colorado. She said she loved her father and he loved this country. She's so grateful for him, all who serve and have served. Of course, Carol, we echo your sentiments. And if you'd like to see more of these messages or submit your own, go to csnbayarea.com and check it out. Dwayne and Mike.
All right, thanks, Amy. Tulowitzki takes 2 balls and no strikes. Tulowitzki, Hop, and Olivo here in the second inning. Tulowitzki hitting at .311, 6 home runs, 26 driven in.
Does have a lifetime home run against Lincecum.
Hacken 2-0, and it's now 2-1 on the foul ball. Tulowitzki in that homestand that the Rockies just ended went 7 for 21 with a couple of home runs. Down low, 3-1. Lincecum now will have to come in, and Tulowitzki will look for a pitch to hit, and the first walk is to Troy Tulowitzki.
Let's take a look at our forward right choice. AFRN alumni on Armed Forces Network during World War II. Bill King started broadcasting his career while stationed on Guam. Mel Allen hosted the Army Hour. Milo Hamilton announced on Armed Forces Radio while in the Navy. And Dave Niehaus joined the military in 1957, and he worked on AFRN. And that is our forward right choice. All Hall of Fame broadcasters.
Tulowitzki is back. The Rockies, I'm quite sure, have done their homework on Lincecum, who did not do a good job of holding runners in his last start. And now timeout is called. Tulowitzki does have 3 steals. He's a guy that will take advantage of someone not paying attention to him as Hop takes a strike. Brad Hop has 3 doubles against Lincecum in 26 at-bats, 6 total hits, but Lincecum has also struck him out 10 times. So for Lincecum, first time out of the stretch. Just outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Rockies were at home this past weekend against the Dodgers, and the Dodgers took 2 out of 3, winning yesterday to take the series. Rockies are 11-15 on the road. Down low, 2 balls and 1 strike. And they've done a decent job against teams in the West. They're 11-10. 2 balls and 1 strike to Brad Hopp.
Giants did a lot of work with Lincecum between starts on the side, working out of the stretch, working with the slide step release from the stretch position.
3-1.
And what they came away with was that they felt he got behind the ball better. Our Gardner was saying that he was getting his hand behind the ball better, longer, getting more power behind the pitch, and they were pretty excited about what they came up with.
Tulowitzki goes, and this is foul down the left field line. So it's 3-2. Jim Tracy putting his runner in motion. 3-1.
Now, if he goes 3-1, he'll be going 3-2. Didn't used to see a lot of that because Lincecum was so well known for swinging this stuff.
Tulowitzki goes, and he walked him.
Mentioned that sideline where he was working between starts. A lot of stretch work. And they worked on pickoff moves. Worked on the footwork to get his throw to first base. And they all walked away with pretty positive attitudes that they felt that they had found the problems in his mechanics. But here, a bit of a problem. A couple of walks, and that sets it up for Olivo, who's having a good season.
He's never faced Lincecum before, and he likes to swing. He is a guy that lets it fly, and just like that, Lincecum falls behind 1-0. Tulowitzki at second, Hopp at first. Two and 0.
Now, so far for Lance Barksdale, it's been pretty easy to call the pitches. There really hasn't been many coin toss pitches that you could call either way that he didn't get.
There's a strike. 2-1.
But with every ball that he throws, you could feel a full house start to squirm.
Olivo took the 2-0 pitch. If he likes this one, he will not take it. Fouls it back. 2-2.
Not throwing many splits today. Been pretty much fastball, curveball. Fastball he throws with the 2-seam grip. Throws about 8 out of every 10 fastballs with that grip. Occasionally he'll throw the 4-seamer.
Two and 2. And he got him.
That's a big comeback from a 2-0 count. And the equalizer, a 2-2 split. Grab some pine meat. Giants Baseball is brought to you by Quikrete. For affordable home improvement projects, visit Quikrete.com. Quikrete, it's what America's made of. I'll vouch for that.
Here's Ian Stewart. .277, 6 home runs, 27 driven in. First pitch, breaking ball for a strike. Tulowitzki at second, Hop at first. Both walked. And Lincecum will at least check on Tulowitzki. Stewart holds that bat high. And the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Nothing in 2.
And now Stewart takes a walk.
Well, he seems to have found the feel for that pitch.
Yeah, he definitely has. I mean, that has been the pitch that really has taken him to the level of the elite. And that's where he gets most of his swing and miss. That split he calls his changeup is just a great pitch. Back foot slider. Pitches. You know your pitch count's going to run up when you walk a couple guys to start an inning. The last thing he's thinking about right now is his pitch count.
Pulled foul. George Meyer with a clean play down the right field line. Found a good home. It remains 1-2 as Lincecum rubs up a new baseball. Buster Posey will get the play there, and that's it. And it'll be runners at the corners with 2 outs.
Well, one thing about Buster Posey, and you get to see it a lot when he's behind the plate as a catcher, he's got a cannon for an arm. And he's not afraid to throw it. Good footwork, a nice shuffle step, throws a strike up to Uribe.
I'm here screaming, just go to the bag!
I know, but he's anticipating that lead bag. It turns out to be a good play.
Here's Clint Barmas. Barmas on the recent homestand for the Rockies went 3 for 20.
Well, he's a good mistake hitter, good high ball hitter. You've got to keep the ball down around the knees, and he will chase below the zone. Go like that.
A new baseball for Tim Lincecum as Lance Barksdale will clean that one off.
A little breaking ball you just throw right at home plate, and he hit it right on the money.
Catchers.
God love him.
0-1 to Barmas. Runner goes, pitches inside. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Is be a stolen base for Stewart, his 4th. Pulled foul. And it's 1-2. Now, Lynn Meyer down the third base line. A little tardy, but it's all right. She looks good in the uni. That's what we're talking about.
Just don't get hurt, Lynn. It's your goal today. Don't get hurt.
1-2 pitch to Barmas. Barmas skies one down the left field line. Aubrey Huff will watch this one sail into the seats. And it stays 1-2.
Now, Guillermo Mota took Lynn Meyer aside before the game and said, now here's the rules. Stay behind the screen. Do not get hurt.
Yeah, make sure you wear your shades.
And no chewing tobacco.
And your helmet. And you actually don't ever have to leave that stool if you choose not.
That's true.
1-2 to Barmas. Foul back. There's that pitch that he likes up.
Well, I mean, you've got to really be careful with Barmas because he's such a high ball hitter. You know, it's a good pitch because he will chase above the zone, but if you don't make a perfect pitch with it and it drops across the letters, he can really hurt you. That's where his power is.
And another 1-2 pitch to Barmas. And Barmas hits one up the middle for a base hit. Both runs are going to score, and it's 2-0 Colorado. First hit ever for Clint Barmas off of Tim Lincecum.
Well, a 2-strike, 2-out hit that knocks in a pair. You talk about a crippling blow.
And that means both walks end up hurting Lincecum.
Just in an abbreviated swing. I mean, you're going to see both teams employing the same sort of philosophy at the plate. Take swing out, go back up the middle. Here, Barmas executes as good as you can.
So good AB for a guy hitting 211, and here's Jimenez. And I'm wondering, Mike, if the fact that Lincecum's control has been a little off, if that prevented the Giants from thinking about walking Barmas with the pitcher coming up, as it's fouled out of play.
I think they're looking at his stuff from the side, thinking he's got pretty good stuff, and his track record against Barmas is such that he's owned him. I think that they, you know, with him, with his stuff good, the guy that doesn't see him well, you let him go after him.
Oh, and 2. Jimenez is 3 for 27. And that's foul down the right field line. 40 pitches now for Lincecum. Actually 41. 30 this inning. A 1-2.
There you see the pitches this inning.
Sandoval will go across the diamond, and that will end the inning. 2 runs for the Rockies on 1 hit.
You are our heroes, and we are your fans. Thank you.
Indeed, how true it is. On this Memorial Day. 2-0 Colorado. Giants will now have to try to play catch-up against one of the very best in Ubaldo Jimenez. And it'll be Aubrey Huff to lead things off. Aubrey Huff now has some experience against Jimenez. Saw 3 pitches, and now he watches his 4th pitch. And he jumps back out of the way, 2-0.
Well, that'll take the lid out of your belly button. That fastball at 96 going across the waist.
3-0.
And Jimenez can hit a wild streak.
Three and one. Uribe to follow. And the walk.
Well, let's take a look at our flip video splash cam. And earlier today, there was a tribute from San Francisco Fire Department as they came in with their fire boat and turned on the hoses. And I like that thing.
I do too.
I need that to water my lawn. That's our flip video splash cam here on Memorial Day.
Here's Uribe hitting 288. Breaking ball for a strike. He's 3 for 5 lifetime against Jimenez with a couple of doubles. Line drive, foul. The first row of the club level, and that got to the club level in a hurry. Everybody all right?
Oh, yeah.
Just watch those little ones. 0-2, Uribe.
Guy got split in the dirt. Rockies know that Uribe will chase balls in the dirt. They're trying to take advantage of that tendency. Get ahead of a guy 0-2, you can pitch to his weakness.
2-2.
Buster Posey chalking up.
And he just got a piece of it. So Uribe gets to see another pitch. Leads this team in RBIs with 29. That's the hat worn by all major leaguers today.
See, Matt Downs is called up today, replacing Ryan Rollander, who was put on the disabled list.
And this squirts away, and Aubrey Huff gets a free 90 feet.
Well, that's a big 90 because down around the knees, when Jimenez throws the two-seamer, he will get a lot of ground balls. Curveball just kind of hits up and spits away from Miguel Olivo. Pure wild pitch.
Three and two to Juan Uribe. Got him.
Oh, you talk about an unhittable pitch. This is 99 mile an hour at the knees with movement coming back to the plate, sort of a backdoor sinker at 99. Can't hit that pitch.
That may be the greatest pitch ever thrown.
That's an understatement.
Here's Buster Posey. Posey takes a strike. He's started out this season 6 for 9. See his numbers in Fresno where he had 349. He's had the knack of knocking in runs since he arrived. Fouls this one out of play, and now he's behind. 0-2. Benji Molina on deck. Time for a chat between Olivo and Jimenez.
Well, I don't know what they're saying. I just know they're talking Spanish.
This will be pitch number 36 coming up to Buster Posey for Jimenez. Although Jimenez is like Matt Cain. He's built to throw about 240 a game. 0-2. And Posey got a piece of it to stay alive. Aubrey Huff at second base. And Posey gets another piece.
Well, that's a 90-mile-an-hour split. And to just catch a piece of that one, I mean, he put on a spirited at bat here. What Jimenez is throwing this guy. And I'll tell you the other thing, too. When you get a guy who's coming out of the minor leagues as hot as Posey, as an opposing pitcher, you want to throw a little dose of humility his way.
And he gets him on a high fastball.
4 strikeouts for Ubaldo Jimenez. And he kind of ran him through the middle, and the payoff pitch is an elevator fastball right across the letters. But a good at bat for Posey in that he got to see everything
he did
that Jimenez throws.
Here's Benji Molina, 3 for 21 lifetime against Jimenez. Oh for 4 for Benji Molina yesterday. He's in a bit of a funk right now. On the ground to third, and it'll be Stewart who will make the play to end the inning. Giants leave Huff at second base. We will head to the third.
Through 1915, and then he retired from baseball and joined the service. He was the first Major League Baseball player to be killed in action in World War I in 1918. They memorialized Grant at the Polo Grounds with a plaque, but when the team moved west, they lost the plaque. The Giants, being the historians that they are, had a duplicate made. It is out in Lefty O'Doul's Plaza. They wanted to make sure that Eddie Grant wasn't just remembered on Memorial Day, but every day. He has a permanent home here at AT&T Park. Dwayne and Mike.
All right, thanks, Amy. Gonzalez takes low. 2 balls and no strikes. Gonzalez lined out to Aubrey Huff in the first.
This becomes a big pitch.
Pulls it on the ground, foul, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike.
This Rockies lineup will get pitches out of you. I mean, they're not in any hurry to have their at-bat determined. They will work you. They will get pitches out of you, especially a guy like Lincecum, who's got some reputation. And I guess the best pitchers, you want to try and get him out of the game by way of running his pitch count up.
Kind of a late call by Lance Barksdale. Lincecum gets the call. It's 2-2. On deck is Seth Smith and then Todd Helton.
Definitely a coin toss strike.
Just got a piece of it to stay alive.
Heads it's a strike, tails it's a ball. You got to win a few of those if you're going to have a good day.
Sanchez on the backhand. Not a problem. Boy, he's been picking it.
He really has. And it's fun to watch a guy with quick feet, and his first step might be as good as anybody's I've ever seen. It really brings back comparisons to Robbie Thompson. And then when he gets to it, an off-balance throw, he knows Gonzalez can run a little bit. And a nice dig out by Posey.
Here's Smith. Smith bounced back to Lincecum. Pitch is high with Todd Helton on deck. 2 runs on a hit for the Rockies. For the Giants, no runs on 1 hit. 1 ball and 1 strike. Rockies find themselves 4 games back of San Diego, and a strike and a breaking ball to Smith. 1-2.
Jim Tracy, the skipper of the Rocks.
See you later.
Thanks for stopping by.
Hey, the slumber party's back. Set up your tent on the field after the Giants take on the Dodgers on Wednesday, June 30th. It's the annual slumber party delivered by AT&T. Then you can wake up to the sun and enjoy breakfast on the field. Go to sfgiants.com slumber party or call 415-972-2014. Oh, and 2 to Helton.
Good split. Oh, yeah. Go to the yard with my dad.
Giants will have Rowan, Lincecum, and Torres up in the 3rd. And he gets Helton to end the inning. 2-0 Rockies. Bottom of the third inning, Rowan, Lincecum, and Torres. Ibaldo Jimenez, 4 strikeouts. And Rowan fouls the first pitch back and out of play. Rowan's got a double and a home run lifetime against Jimenez. He is 5 for 25. Rowan takes a strike on the inside corner on the homestand for Aaron Rowan, 3 for 20. He's 1 for his last 18 and 3 for his last 31. And Rowan strikes out on a pitch in the dirt.
Well, the Battle of Bay will continue as the A's are coming to the AT&T Park June 11th through the 13th. Friday the 11th will be Orange Friday Giants Rally here presented by Kettle Brands. First 20,000 fans. And Saturday is Giants Aluminum Sport Bottle presented by Coca-Cola and the Ronald McDonald House. And Sunday is the Lucy Bobblehead Day presented by AT&T to the first 20,000 fans. To purchase tickets, you go to sfgiants.com. And remember, with dynamic pricing, buy early and save big.
Lincecum on the year is 3 for 21.
Well, all those hits came in one day against the Dodgers. Had a 3-hit, 3 RBI day on a Saturday in L.A. Game of the world. So he's due.
So the question is, Tim, would you rather get them all in one day or would you rather spread them out? I'll take them all in one day. Okay.
Well, now then you have a day to remember.
2-2 after Jimenez fell behind 2-0.
Nobody remembers a 2-out knock in a 1-for-4 day. They'll remember 3 hits in Dodger Stadium.
No swing, 3-2.
No swing, says Ron Kolpa.
And right down the middle for strikeout number 6.
Well, a reminder that Bloomberg Sports, the leader in data analysis, has developed an analytical product being used by baseball clubs, and there's also a product for fans. You can improve your fantasy play or track your favorite players and teams. All you got to do is go to BloombergSports.com and check out the details.
First pitch, Helton digs it out, and that'll end the inning. We will head to the 4th. 2-0 Rockies.
Yeah, I started it with my family 5 years ago. We raised money, over $2 million so far, that goes to bringing the comforts of home to a lot of the wounded military that are back in the hospitals. So we, help to fly out their family and, buy some items if they need. And, we have over 70 players so far that have contributed.
And with those players, you have some new players now who you wanted to announce today who are up and running and supporting this organization.
Yeah, we have a couple A's across the bay, Ziegler and Rosales, and then also have added Ryan Braun, Vernon Wells, Adam Dunn, and Gordon Beckham. So we're excited.
Barry, give fans at home who may have an idea and they're going to drum it up with their mom and dad just like you did around the kitchen table. What's your advice to them if they've got an idea, seeing it through?
Yeah, I mean, basically, if you have passion, you can do anything. And, you know, we've had the passion to help a lot of these military that we're forgotten about. And it's not about being for or against the war. It's just more about helping these people that are going out there and being volunteers. So, you know, seeing it through just gives me so much gratification every day.
Lastly, for you, we saw Kenny Thomas, who he was in Black Hawk Down as we know it today. Ben Broussard, a former major leaguer, now a musician, and Kenny is now a country singer. Are we going to see the people who are joining Strikeouts for Troops and supporting, are we going to see it expand past Major League Baseball players?
Yeah, I think that could be something that, you know, that might catch. You know, we have some singers, some musicians do it. Maybe one day some actors, football players, basketball players. Yeah.
Sounds good. Good work. Barry Zito, thanks for joining us in the game. That's awesome. Let's go back up to Dwayne and Mike.
All right, thanks, Amy. Thanks, Barry. And it's 3-0 to Tulowitzki, and there's a strike, 3-1. Tulowitzki drew a leadoff walk in the second, and then eventually scored the first run. 2-0 Rockies here in the fourth. As Tulowitzki pops it straight back and out of play, it's 3-2. Going into the game, I mean, everybody, including the Giants players and manager, realize that it's not going to be a high-scoring game. And the runs that you get off of either of these guys, they are at a premium. Foul back, stays 3-2. Lincecum with 63 pitches here in the fourth inning. Hit into the hole. Uribe, a long throw. Uribe, not in time.
Wow. And there's some strong boos. And Rapawano, the first base umpire, making the call. Long throw, and this is just all arm. And the play indeed called correctly by Rapawano, as Tulowitzki, who runs well, beat it out, but does not take away from the brilliance of Juan Uribe on that particular instance. Didn't have time to set his feet. He had to come up off the right foot and over the top. And even at that, he almost got him.
Here's Brad Hobb. Tulowitzki runs pretty good.
Throwover called by the bench. They'll call just about all the throwovers from the bench. They'll call the slide step. They'll call the step off. They'll call the pitch out. Bochy is very much involved.
Hammered into left center field. That'll be a base hit. So a couple of singles. And here's Olivo. So kind of a duplicate of what happened in the second, except the second were a couple of walks. So here's Olivo. Olivo struck out in the second inning. Here he bunts this one. Lincecum will take his time and then throw a seed to Buster Posey. 1-3 on the bunt.
Well, Jim Tracy. That's concession right there. You're in the heart of the lineup with 2 men on base, nobody out. He's saying, I'm going to play for a run, giving up an out to move his runners over, and that's just a tip of his cap to Lincecum. A pitcher who doesn't quite have the reputation of a Lincecum, they don't bunt. They try and have the big inning.
Here's Stewart. Strikeout situation now for Lincecum. And Stewart takes one in the dirt, blocked by Benji Molina. 1 ball and no strikes. At third is Tulowitzki. At second, Brad Hobb. Down low, 2-0. And now they're going to walk Stewart intentionally. And that'll load him up for Clint Barmas. Barmas hurt the Giants in the second with a base hit, a bouncing ball right up the middle.
Well, as Stewart heads down to first base, we're going to ask our trivia question brought to you by AT&T. Rethink possible. The question today, name the first Major League Baseball player to enlist in the military after the bombing of Pearl Harbor.
Barmas batting with the bases loaded and one out. Wow, nice job by Benji Molina. And it's 1 ball and no strikes.
Good chance to look at the work. And this is just a magnificent block. As a ball bouncing that far out in front of home plate is so unpredictable because it's high and comes up on you. And you don't know how much it's going to come up on you.
Not close. 2-0.
Definitely some concern on his face as this 2-0 pitch becomes huge in this game.
Down the right field line, that'll be a souvenir. It's 2 balls and 1 strike.
I think Barmas just did Lincecum a favor. See, that's a difference of opinion. You know, a pitcher's philosophy, I think you let a guy throw you a strike there in a 2-0. But a hitters that say, well, you get a good pitch to hit. And that's a borderline pitch that Barmas swung at. That might have been called a ball. That's why I think he did Lincecum a favor, hacking at it. And again, a 2-1 split, missing badly. And that puts Barmas right back in the driver's seat, 3-1. He's got power.
Buster Posey. This is going to be a tough pop-up, and it's going to be out of play. And it's 3-2. It almost looked like the wind pushed that one into the seats. Whereas most of the time in this park, it'll push it the other way.
Usually it works its way back towards the field. We have had some unusual winds here the last 3 days as the weather has changed here in San Francisco. We've seen right-handed hitters hit balls out to right field. Vinny Bautista getting loose. That's something you don't often see in a Lincecum start.
On the ground to Sandoval. Sandoval's coming home. That's 1. And no. But they do get the lead runner at home.
Thinking home all the way, as he should. And Molina throws a strike down to Posey, but just too much foot speed from Barmas. So Lincecum coming up with a pitch, fighting back from a 2-0 and a 3-1 to get the out. And now he has the pitcher up, and he has a chance to get out of it.
Jimenez bounced out to Sandoval in the second. He just cannot get out in front. Hop, Stewart, and Barmas are your base runners from third to first. Bouncing ball slowly hit. Uribe will go to first. Side retired. Lincecum gets out of the mess. Bottom of the fourth coming up.
transmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of San Francisco Baseball Associates, LP.
All right, time now to ask and answer our trivia question brought to you by AT&T. Rethink Possible. The question today, named the first MLB player to enlist in the military after the bombing of Pearl Harbor. Our survey said Bob Feller did it December 10th, 1941. He was the first player in the majors to volunteer for service as he joined the Navy 3 days after the attack. The previous 3 years, he led the American League in wins, and he led the American League in strikeouts for 4 straight seasons. He was en route to negotiate a contract for the 1942 season when he heard about the attack, and he went in and he enlisted. He spent 4 prime seasons of his career as a chief petty officer aboard the USS Alabama, where he was in charge of a 40-millimeter anti-aircraft mount. An amazing hero, Hall of Famer Bob Feller.
Sanchez takes a strike. He really is a true American hero. 2-0 Rockies. Sanchez fouls it out of play. A quick 0-2. Sanchez struck out in the first.
And Bob Feller's still alive. I think he's 92 now. But he's in great shape and sharp as attack. You talked to him about those days. His recall is total. And he is definitely an inspiration.
The 1-2 to Sanchez is low, 2-2. Pablo Sandoval and then Aubrey Huff. Giants have had one opportunity with runners in scoring position in this game. Sanchez with a half swing, so he's down. 7 strikeouts.
Be part of the excitement at Orange Fridays here at AT&T Park. You can now catch all the action with an Orange Friday 4-pack. These packs are available just for $55. That's right, Tim Lincecum's number, $55. So get your orange on and buy your Orange Friday 4-pack, and you can do that by going to sfgiants.com. And be part of the Panda herd. What big curveball to steal strike one. You know, Jimenez does that a lot. When you get in that batter's box first pitch, you're not thinking about any other pitch. You're thinking about 98 miles an hour. You're thinking about the fastball like that. And when he flops a big curveball over it, I mean, it's like taking strikes for free.
Sandoval shoots one to Barmes, and Barmes could not hang on to it.
Hit or an error, partner?
It's an error.
Well, what is the toughest ground ball? It's the one-hop topspin seed off the bat of a big guy. And then to make it even more difficult, Barmes trying to go to a backhander, and it has been ruled a base hit. And the Panda will take it.
Time to break out the eraser. Aubrey Huff takes a strike.
Boy, that ball moved all the way across the plate at 96. I mean, that's the thing about Jimenez. We talk about the electricity of his stuff. And, you know, velocity impresses hitters, but movement impresses hitters more than velocity. And when you have velocity and movement combined, now you're talking about rare air. And that's what Jimenez is.
Huff goes around. It's 0-2. Now he takes a little walk, has a little talk with himself.
There have been 10 outs in this game by the Giants, and 7 of them have been strikeouts.
Almost 8. 1-2.
I didn't miss by much. A little front door sinker. Really can't say it's a sink. It's more of a fade. But at 97, any movement like that is scary.
Two and 2. It's a good take from Aubrey Huff. Against Jimenez right now, good takes are a rally.
think you're right. That's how dominant he has been here. First 3 and a third.
A rally.
Well, from an 0-2 to a 3-2.
Bruce Bochy sent Sandoval in the first with Huff at the plate. We'll see if he does it 3-2. He might. Right out to the right fielder, Brad Hopp. 2 outs.
What a great at bat, though. Took it from an 0-2 to a 3-2, then laid out a rope to right. I think any hard hit ball should just be an automatic hit against a guy with this kind of stuff. You're looking at the best stuff in the National League, folks. Ubaldo Jimenez can lay claim to that title.
Uribe struck out looking in the second. He skies this one into center field. Breaking back was Gonzalez. Now he comes in and he runs it down to end the inning. Through 4 innings, 2-0 Colorado.
There's always a seat here for you at AT&T Park. We are your fans. Thank you.
It'll be Carlos Gonzalez to lead things off, facing Tim Lincecum. Gonzalez is lined out and he's bounced out. 0-2. It was a nice play by Freddie Sanchez on a ball that Gonzalez hit to lead off the third. 2-0 Colorado on a beautiful Memorial Day afternoon here at AT&T Park in front of a sellout crowd. Two teams in the West that are trying to catch the San Diego Padres. One ball and 2 strikes with Seth Smith to follow. And Gonzalez breaks his bat and he pulls it foul. And a new bat. Out comes the bat boy.
See, that's the way it should be. You break your bat during a bat, the guy should be right there.
Should give you a choice, though, shouldn't it?
No, I think the bat boy should just pick whatever bat he finds and you have to hit with it. That's the rule.
I think that was in a movie. 2-2.
That's true. the natural. See, I think you should just have to hit with the same bat no matter what.
3 balls and 2 strikes.
If you break it in the middle of an at bat, hang with it. You got to still use it.
I think pitchers should just throw fastballs.
See, now there you go. You're such a hitter.
Full count to Gonzalez, who has come back after falling behind 0-2, and he slams another one at Freddie Sanchez. All right, time to Subway Eat Fresh Ass Kruk and Kipe. The question is, in 1942, the Sporting News asked this question: should baseball continue during World War II? Strike to Seth Smith. A couple of answers. Baseball is part of the American way of life. Remove it and remove something from the lives of American citizens, sailors, and soldiers. That was from a Private John E. Stevenson. The other is for the morale of the soldier and the morale of the Americans itself. Keep them playing. It's from Private Clifford P. Mansfield of Fort Knox, Kentucky. Yeah, I have to believe that people look forward to listening or going to ball games during that time frame. Buster Posey on the dive and a base hit for Smith.
Well, it's a tough decision. I mean, we could go back to 9/11 in 2001 when the tragedy of the Twin Towers in New York City happened in the month of September, the last month, which is traditionally the drive for the pennant month. And there was a lot of people at that time debated as to whether or not baseball should come back. But indeed it did. And it did provide some comfort for people.
Here's Helton. Helton is 0 for 2. Takes a strike, and it's 0-1.
You see the numbers for Todd Helton. I mean, he's struggling. Hit 257, 1 home run, 9 RBI. He still has an on-base percentage of 377.
And a quick 0-2, and now he may not be, but you can be assured he was trying to hit that hole with Posey holding on Smith.
There you see the number of pitches. Look at the big 32 in the second. And again, the 21 in the fourth. A lot of throws. 91 pitches here in the fifth.
Helton lines it foul. This came in on the hands of Todd Helton. Lincecum gave up both runs in the second after walking the first 2 hitters, and then Varmus, with 2 outs, singled in 2 runs. Helton drives one out into right center field where nobody's at. Rowan's going to get to it after it hits the wall. Coming in to score is Smith. Helton's got a double and an RBI, and it's 3-0. Well, it's got to feel pretty good for Todd Helton.
A familiar story for Todd Helton. But it always starts with getting a good pitch to hit. They set up in the inside corner. This thing leaks over the outside part of the plate, and he hits it away from the defense. They were shading him to the left center side of the field. It opened up a gap in right center, and he finds it. And again, the Giants are going to get their bullpen going as Dave Bergetti comes out to try and calm things down here for Lincecum. Denny Bautista up for a second time. It won't take him long to get loose.
Helton is 500 and he had 516th double, past Joe Cronin on the all-time list. Now he's tied with Garrett Anderson on that same list. Here's Tulowitzki. Tulowitzki's walked and he's had an infield hit. So we pitched number 94 for Lincecum. And a breaking ball for a strike. Helton with his lead at second. Tulowitzki takes a pitch in tight. Cardinals and Reds. Rain delay. That game is in the 4th inning. The game being played in St. Louis. Strike on the inside corner, 1-2. Tulowitzki not happy.
He's barking hard at Barksdale. Fastball they set up away. This goes on the inside corner.
Well, it didn't help that Benji didn't catch it.
And you could bet that Barksdale's saying something to Benji.
Helton goes. Lincecum didn't even look. And thank goodness it's a pop-up that Uribe is going to catch. Helton might have been able to round the bag on that steal.
Well, watch Lincecum. Never looks at Helton. Helton, who does not have a steal in the year, but if a guy's going to give it to you, you take it. And that's just, a heads-up play from Helton's part. Lincecum will concentrate so much on the hitter, especially in a strikeout situation, that he will not even look at second base. Now, what we've learned from Lincecum, it's not a bad play if you do it once in a while where you don't look at him. He's doing it again.
Blocked by Benji Molina.
In other words, if you come and look at him once, and you come back, you look at him twice, then come back the third time, don't even look at him. There's no pitcher there's no base runner who's going to get a jump on you. They're going to wait for you to turn on him, and if you never do, well, hey, you've done your job, you've held him there. But if you continuously don't look at him, you're giving the guy a stolen base.
Brad Hopp walked and singled.
Next pitch will be number 100.
And now they're going to walk Hopp intentionally. To face Olivo.
Lincecum has flirted with a better, more consistent motion, but it really has not been something he's had full grasp of today, and it has been a struggle.
Olivo is struck out, and he had a sacrifice bunt. Out to right field. Torres will put it away, and that ends the inning. A run for the Rockies. 3-0 Colorado.
the national anthem today before the game, and you are affiliated now with Strikeouts for Troops. And having been in the battles that you have been in, can you talk about how Strikeouts for Troops really helps these wounded soldiers who come back home to heal?
Oh, man, anytime there's so many different organizations out there that do great things for the families. When a soldier comes home, or a sailor, or Marine, Air Force, they come home. The tough part is making that transition from being active duty to now we're in the real world. And like, man, I can't pay my bills because I can't get to work. I'm still in a wheelchair. I'm still trying to learn how to walk. And when you have folks like Barry puts these charities together, like Strikeouts for Troops, and they come along and say, hey, we're here to help. One, yet financially that's a big boost. But most importantly, it lets people know that the country believes in them. And it's very easy as a soldier who's wounded, spending so much time in a hospital, to feel like everybody's kind of forgotten you. And then once someone comes walking in the room and says, hey, look, and it's not much, but we got a check for you. And it's, this guy Barry's, oh, I know who he is. And it puts an appreciation in the hands of the people who deserve it, and it makes them feel like we're behind them. And so if you can do that, and I can have anything to do with it, so come in.
Kenny, we appreciate you. You have now become a recording artist, a country singer. He's very talented. Check him out, Kenny Thomas. Dwayne and Mike, let's go up to you.
All right, thanks, Amy. One out, the 1-1 to Benji Molina is driven into center field, but it's right at Gonzalez, 2 outs. Well, Barry Zito was host to a couple of our vets on the field. And we had a nice chance to meet these two gentlemen. It was Christopher Hill and Ben McIntosh. Mike taught him how to eliminate people, and I think that they thought that was very cool.
Well, then they eliminated me. I didn't appreciate that.
Oh, one slam dunk and you were on the floor. Rowan takes a breaking ball for a strike.
So Staff Sergeant Christopher Hill and Corpsman Ben McIntosh, thanks for coming up to check us out. Happy Memorial Day to you.
Rowan quickly behind, 0-2.
A lot of veterans today in attendance, wearing their colors. Minnis got a little lazy with that 0-2 location with the 97 mile an hour fastball. Of course, at 97, I guess you can get a little lazy.
Rowan stays alive with a dribbler to the backstop.
Boy, he fought off a nasty pitch.
The 0-2 pitch. And he gets Rowan for the second time. 8 strikeouts for Jimenez. 3-0 Colorado. Lincecum to Ian Stewart, and it's a fastball outside, 1 ball and no strikes. It'll be Stewart, Barmas, and then Ubaldo Jimenez. Foul back to even the count. Stewart has been on base twice, once on a fielder's choice and once with an intentional walk. Foul back, 1-2. Rockies have stranded 6 in this game. They did leave the bases loaded in the 4th. The 1-2 delivery to Stewart, and Stewart takes one in the dirt, 2-2. This will be pitch 107 for Lincecum. And he rolls it foul.
Well, if Lincecum's due to lead things off for the Giants in the 6th inning, it's probably going to be his last inning.
I would think so.
Look at the pinch count and where he's going to hit next inning.
Breaks his bat. It'll be a Uribe with a tough play, and no. If that's called down, it'll be an infield hit for Ian Stewart.
Well, Uribe knew he was going to have to hurry on a slow roller. I think this time they got him. Close play, but I think this time the Rockies get a break.
Here's Barmas. Barmas 1 for 2. Bounces this one to Sandoval. Sandoval will get the out at first. How about David Fleming Jr. with his mom, Jess?
Hey, he's a happy boy.
And they're here today because it's Dave's birthday. It's Dad's birthday. And there's Dad who just saw his wife and his kid on TV, and he had to chuckle. He can't help himself.
Yep. When he's working, he's got the day off. If you know what I mean.
Here's Jimenez, who swings and fouls it back. And then, of course, the twins, Katie and Carter, who do not really want to be on TV, much unlike their father.
Or their brother, who's got a half a boiler going.
Yeah, that's all right. Oh, the 0-1 pitch coming up to Jimenez is in tight. Yeah, now see, that's it. If you put your kids on long enough, that's right, Dave, you're going to find out that they will embarrass you.
Yeah, and they're happy to oblige.
That, of course, is from Dave's side of the family.
Oh, yeah. And she can do that for 11 hours. Not a problem.
Something that they practice at home. Big bouncing ball. It'll be Uribe. And sorry that the game kind of has gotten in the way of our Fleming tribute. Oh, my goodness. Here's Carlos Gonzalez. By the way, with all these choppers, Ian Stewart has worked his way over to third. See, you can get away with bringing your kids to the game if you're doing radio. But TV, that's another story. In the dirt to Gonzalez. 1 ball and no strikes.
You said the day for Carlos Gonzalez, a fly out, a couple of ground outs.
Actually, he's hit the ball well 3 times. So this will be a pretty good battle. He's having a really good season. He's got 33 RBIs. The Rockies, either after the game yesterday or before the game today, shipped out Dexter Fowler to AAA.
Well, that surprised everybody on both teams today. And Fowler is supposed to be their everyday center fielder, leadoff man.
Well, as good as this guy plays center field and the way he's swinging the bat, they brought up Johnny Herrera, who can play all 3 outfield positions. And right now it's 1-2 to Gonzalez. Two and two. This was one of the main players that the Rockies got for Matt Holliday.
117 pitches on the day. Tell you, that last block by Benjamin Molina, he's made some incredible blocks today with a runner at third base. And that's when you have no room for error. And he has answered every challenge in the dirt.
Off the end of the bat, it stays 2-2.
Oh, he just did get a piece of that one.
Stewart at third with 2 outs. That'll be foul down the right field line.
Oh, yeah. Those guys always bring the rags.
Even had that little guy draping over the.
Hey, he was in. He was trying to make the play.
Side wall. Yeah, throw the kid out there with the cotton candy fingers. 2-2.
Better than a pine tar rag.
Now it's a full count with Seth Smith on deck.
And there's no guarantee that if Lincecum does not get Gonzalez here, that he's going to be allowed to stay in the game with 120 pitches under his belt.
Could always double switch if he needed to. Payoff pitch. Andy Walker. Bruce Bochy is going to double switch. Probably be Aaron Rowan that comes out of the game. He made the last out. So Bruce Bochy comes out when it's time for a change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. We'll be back.
And it is the Coors Light Freeze Cam, and we're going to take a look and honor some of the past major leaguers that spent time in the military. Jackie Robinson, Hank Greenberg, Ted Williams, and Joe DiMaggio, all Hall of Famers. And then the greatest Giant of them all, another Hall of Famer, Willie Mays. And, of course, he is in step. That's our Coors Light Freeze Cam, brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
He fit every uniform perfectly, didn't he?
Yeah.
Lincecum will watch Dan Runsler face Seth Smith. Smith is 1 for 3. Singled and scored in the 5th inning. 3-0 Colorado. Giants, as you see, Andres Torres moves from right to center, and John Bowker off the bench into right field. He will lead off the bottom of this inning. Good pitch, and it's a ball and a strike. Well, the Giants, in talking to Bruce Bochy before the game, you see the numbers for Runsler, don't quite know the damage to Jeremy Affeldt. We'll probably know more tomorrow. And then at some point they're going to have to make a decision on Affeldt. In the dirt, and the ball gets by Buster Posey, and it's a free run for the Colorado Rockies. Compliments of Dan Runsler.
Well, you just don't expect it from the team that has committed the fewest errors in the National League. Ball just thrown in front of Posey to his glove hand side, but a one-hopper, and he just can't come up with it. So an error, a run, and now not that, but you move another runner into scoring position. It'll be an E1.
1-2. At second base now is Gonzalez. And this is lifted out to Aubrey Huff. And that'll end the inning. A run on an infield hit and an error. And it's 4-0 Colorado.
To find your local farmer's agent, call 800-FARMERS today. By your Northern California Honda dealers at shophonda.com. And by Xfinity, the next generation in home entertainment. Now available in the Bay Area and coming soon to the Central Valley.
Here's John Bowker facing Ubaldo Jimenez. Bowker will lead off the 6th. To say the Giants have their work cut out for them might be an understatement, but they need some base runners. Bowker pops it up, shallow center field, actually left center, and it'll be Smith who puts it away. All right, let's check out our McDonald's game summary. Not a whole lot to talk about. It is I think it's a 4-0 lead. Barmas is 1 for 3. Jimenez has been outstanding. Sandoval has gone 2 for 2, and Lincecum got hit around a little bit. 3 earned runs, 5 walks, and that's our McDonald's game summary. Here's Torres, and it's down low, 1 ball and no strikes. Torres is 0 for 2. Jimenez has walked 1. He walked Aubrey Huff to lead off the second. There's a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike.
That's such nasty movement. You know, a 2-0 count. It paints that inside corner with that front door sinker, but you can't even really call it a sink. It's got more fade, but that velocity and that movement just locks guys up. And as hitters would tell you, it's unfair. Plus, I mean, it's okay to have one good pitch like that, but he's got like 4 or 5 things he can do with the ball that just are above average.
Hit very high into center field for Gonzalez. 2 outs. And here's Freddie Sanchez. Sanchez has struck out twice.
Yeah, he is one of those guys. I mean, he knows he's in a good groove right now. He's seeing the ball well. And for him to be struck out twice as he has been struck out today by Jimenez, I mean, that tells you about what kind of stuff he's got.
Hit on the ground into the hole. Sanchez is going to beat this one out. And he's aboard with 2 down for Sandoval.
I like the effort by Tulowitzki. Tulowitzki's got a cannon just like Uribe, and these guys just don't think there's anything that they can't do with their throwing arm. That one probably should have been better off just holding that bad boy.
But here's Sandoval.
Giants need base runners. Down 4-0 to Ubaldo Jimenez. I mean, that's a challenge.
Sandoval on a check swing. No balls and 1 strike. Sandoval hits one high into right center field. Way out in Triples Alley is Brad Hopp, and he's going to make the catch. And that'll end the inning. 7th inning coming up, 4-0 Rockies.
Home. It comes from Mike in Lodi. He says his father was a private first class in the Army in World War II. He fought on the beaches of Normandy and received 2 Bronze Stars and 2 Purple Hearts. He died in 1966 when Mike was just 10, but before he passed away, he took Mike to his first ever Giants game where he got to see none other than the Willie Mays. And ever since, he's been a diehard Giants fan. Guys, he said that his dad obviously never got to see the Giants win a World Series, and every year, Mike roots for San Francisco to win one for his dad.
All right.
Please rise and remove your caps. We now join Major League Baseball in a Memorial Day national moment of remembrance as we honor the brave men and women who have served our country with a moment of silence. Thank you, everyone. And now please direct your attention to the video board for this special presentation.
I want to thank the men and women that have volunteered to go abroad and risk their lives and limbs for our freedom here at home. And you have no idea how much you're appreciated and supported.
To the men and women who defend our freedom around the world and at home, there's always a seat here for you at AT&T Park.
We don't take you for granted. You have our gratitude. It is important to recognize and celebrate our heroes. We are not heroes. You are our heroes.
To all the troops, thank you. You guys are the real stars.
We are your fans.
We are your fans. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Leading off the inning for Colorado, first baseman number 17, Todd Helton.
It'll be Todd Helton to lead things off. 4-0 Rockies here in the 7th inning. Runzler to Helton, and it's a fastball high. Helton knocked in the 3rd run of the game for Colorado with a double in the 5th. This at bat against Runzler. His first at bat. 1 ball and 1 strike. Runzler got 1 out in the 6th. However, during that out, he threw a ball in the dirt, which allowed the runner at 3rd, Ian Stewart, to score. 2 balls and a strike to Todd Helton. Three and one. One thing Runzler did when he got called to the big leagues last year is he pounded the strike zone.
Well, I mean, so much of your control is so dependent upon your ability to command your release.
This is popped up. Aubrey Huff is shading his eyes, and Aubrey Huff makes the catch.
Yeah, when you don't have a consistent ability to command your pitches, I mean, you're going to be at the mercy of the hitter because you are going to give him something to hit. You're not going to be able to really rely on location with your pitches. I mean, you know how to get them out. You know where the holes are. But if you can't execute and get that pitch there, then you're at the mercy of him hitting the ball at somebody or missing it.
Runzler coming into the game, 19 innings, 14 walks.
And that's too many.
And he knows that.
It's about 10 too many. And, yeah, of course he does. And he's been trying, as they all have.
Lifted out to Bowker and right.
He's been trying to find the mechanics. And the old saying in baseball, you you say to your coach, well, I'm trying. Well, he'll tell you, yeah, well, we can get a truck driver in here to try. You need to do it. So there's pressure to perform. And the toughest job, I think, on the pitching staff is for relievers that go weird with their mechanics because they don't have the ability to throw between starts a couple of days. They got to be ready to go every day.
Here's Brad Hopp, a mighty swing and a miss, 0-1.
So a lot of their corrections are going to be corrections that they're going to make either 8 hours before a game or in the game itself. And that's a tough way to live.
Low to Brad Hopp.
And when you see a guy who's mechanically screwed up, you'll see a lot of his ball one, ball two. Now you're behind the count 2-0. There's only certain pitches you can throw because you can't get certain pitches over, and hitters will eliminate your pitches.
Hit on the ground to Buster Posey. Posey will underhand it to Runzler, and that'll end the inning. So a 1-2-3 inning for Dan Runzler. We will stay here. We will not go to a break. Former Major League infielder Ben Broussard is going to perform God Bless America and take me out to the ball game. So enjoy this here during our 7th inning stretch.
Ben Broussard.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above, from the mountain to the prairie, to the ocean, white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. And God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Ben Broussard.
All right, nice job, Ben Broussard. All right, Giants have work to do.
Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. You can join Damon Andrews and Henry Wolford as they will give you some post-game reaction to the Giants-Rockies game here, highlights of the A's Tigers, and of course they'll get you pumped up for Game 2 of the Stanley Cup.
Aubrey Huff watches that big breaking ball miss. 4-0 Rockies here in the bottom of the 7th inning.
Now this is the part of the lineup that's got to come up with something right here against Jimenez. A bloop and a blast. They got to put together something that gets a little ding in the scoreboard. They got to let the Rockies know they're out there.
Huff waited nicely, 1-2, but he fouled it back.
Jimenez is a guy that doesn't usually lose a lot as the game progresses. In fact, he's a guy that usually in the 8th or 9th, he's still throwing 98, 99 miles per hour. That could not have felt good to Miguel Oliva, the catcher for the Rockies.
And home plate umpire Lance Barksdale is going to give the catcher Oliva a little more time. Two-2 pitch to Huff. The only walk that Jimenez has issued was to Huff in the second. On the ground, sharply hit to Helton, and Helton will go to the bag, 1 out. Barry Bonds' last career home run was off of Ubaldo Jimenez to the other way. And remember, there was almost looked like this could have been fan interference.
And that was the last one he ever hit. I miss that guy.
Yeah, I do too.
762. That home run you see, 756. That happened August 7th of 2007.
Uribe on the ground. Barmes is going to come up with it and throw, and they got him. Nice play, 2 outs.
Nice play indeed. See, it's not fair. It's hard enough to hit the ball at all against Jimenez, and then when a guy makes a great play, yeah, that shouldn't be allowed. But Clint Barmes, who was a shortstop when he first came to the big leagues, has really transitioned nicely into a good second baseman.
Indeed he has.
Plus, he's got a shortstop arm.
Posey is struck out and he's bounced out. Bruce Bochy said on Saturday morning when Buster Posey arrived that he would let Posey play Saturday, he would play him Sunday. And he said, I'm not going to let him play against Jimenez. I can't do that to the kid. When we reminded him of that today, he said, if I don't play Buster Posey, these fans are going to hang me from the rafters.
They would have.
Posey takes high, 1-2.
But Ubaldo Jimenez could throw you into a slump. And the one good thing about Ubaldo Jimenez is there is nobody else who has better stuff than this guy. So it's all down here after this guy. All downhill.
Benji Molina would hit if Posey reaches. The 2-2 offering. Breaking ball hit up the middle. It's going to hit the bag, and Tulowitzki makes the play to end the inning. A couple of fine defensive plays here in the 7th. We will head to the 8th. 4-0 Rockies.
The military during the Korean War. In the Army, Ernie Banks, Whitey Ford, Eddie Matthews, Willie Mays served. In the Marines, Ted Williams. In 1952, Mays was drafted into the U.S. Army to serve during the Korean War. He never saw combat, continued to play baseball while playing at Fort Eustis in Virginia.
Denny Batista is on the hill. He is facing Miguel Olivo. 4-0 Rockies. First pitch is foul back and out of play. This will be the 9th appearance for Denny Batista. You see his ERA very good at 1.93. Travis Ishikawa is now at first base. Swing and a miss, 0-2.
Well, with Ubaldo Jimenez and Denny Batista in the game, you're seeing some pretty good fastballs. All the boys out there. Oh, a few ladies too. The Port Walk. Still encourage you when you come to this ballpark, take a lap around the yard just to take a look and see. Everywhere you look, it's pretty spectacular.
Olivo with a half swing. And that'll bring up Ian Stewart. We also would like to thank the folks at Big Guys Barbecue for feeding us today. The Big Guys Barbecue taking care of the broadcasters. And they are located right out in center field as Ian Stewart stands in. And we had a selection of barbecue pork sandwich, chicken sandwich, beef brisket sandwich. We actually did pretty good.
Yeah, the beans and the coleslaw, the potatoes, it was all good. Good.
And that was missed by Molina, and it got Lance Barksdale.
That'll definitely pop your jaw. Watch the umpire's mask. Boom, right center cut. Talking to Mark Laton, who was the former trainer with the Giants, and now he's the trainer for the umpires. And he says you see a lot of neck injuries from umpires because of foul balls just like that. You know, they kind of lean in and they're relaxed, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, they get popped. And over the years, they really have some problems.
3-0 to Stewart. And that's a 4-pitch walk, and that's not unusual from Batista. He will usually do that once when he comes into the game. And here's Barmas.
This is normal speed. And you're talking about a high velocity pitch. It will definitely ring your bell.
Here's Barmas. Barmas takes a strike. Barmas 1 for 3. His hit in the second inning knocked in 2 runs. And a snap throw to first. Back is Stewart. Anyway, thank you to the folks at Big Guys Barbecue. More specific, the concession stand is located underneath the bleachers in the food court. Deborah, thank you. Outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah. Trying something.
So he's just trying to get a little rally going here. Right now he's looking for a ground ball to hit right at Juan Uribe to get a double play. So that's what he's doing the voodoo feat for.
Runner goes, swing and a miss. Molina's throw in the dirt into center field. Stewart gets up. He will move over to third. Be a stolen base Stewart's fourth. And for the Giants, their second error in the game.
And this makes it a strikeout situation. A little one-hopper that Freddie Sanchez cannot wrestle down. And once it gets into center field, Ian Stewart takes advantage of it, and then it becomes an error.
Got him.
So there's a strikeout.
Farmas didn't take a whole lot out of that swing. It's 2 outs.
Well, as he heads back to the Rockies bench, a reminder that the first Irish Heritage Night is going to be tomorrow night at 7:15, and the packages are still available, and they will include an Irish team T-shirt, and you can only get that T-shirt through the special ticket offer. Plus, they're going to have a pregame party celebrating Irish culture and history. Go to sfgiants.com/special events and check it out.
Jimenez has bounced out 3 times in this game.
He puts the ball in play. It's the one thing you have to do. As a pitcher, when you're hitting, you don't have to look pretty. You just have to put it in play.
We need to get something going for these ladies.
Yeah, we got to get them fired up.
Yeah, they're not smiling right now.
Oh, they're concerned.
That's called a major hangdog. Got him, and that'll end the inning. Giants are coming up. All right, that's a little better. It'll be Benji Molina to lead things off.
Giants night. You're going to get a chance to meet some of the San Jose Giants and the future Giants of, well, the future. Tickets include special pregame party, and if you get a ticket, you're going to get a Madison Bumgarner bobblehead. You cannot beat that. He's not even here, and he's got a bobblehead. Woohoo! 415-972-2298. Or you can always go to sfgiants.com/special events and check it out.
Here's Benji Molina facing Jimenez. Runs inside. 1 ball and no strikes. 4-0 Colorado. Sandoval has 2 hits. Sanchez has a hit. That's it for the hits in this game for the Giants as Molina hits one into center field. Hits it very well. Gonzalez back. Gonzalez makes the catch at the wall.
Wow. Boy, that ball and that glove got to the fence at the exact same time. I'm thinking this is out of here. And Gonzalez, I mean, he center cuts it too. You can always tell a guy with great hands because his pocket is always small, and that is right center cut. And Jimenez saying something to Benji Molina as he runs by.
Yeah, it went like this. Thanks for hitting that here and not in our place.
Impressive play by Carlos Gonzalez.
Here's Ishikawa, who hooks it foul. John Bowker to follow. Good pitch, 0-2. And Ishikawa on 3 pitches will go down swinging. That's the 9th strikeout for Jimenez, the first since the 5th inning. So here's Bowker. Bowker popped out to left field in his only at bat. Bowker takes a little low. Tomorrow night it'll be Jason Hamill against Barry Zito, and we will have that for you right here on Comcast Sportsnet. Bay Area, it's a 7 o'clock start. Actually 7:15, but we like to go like around the 7 o'clock. That's when we want you to make sure you start paying attention. 2-0 to Bowker. Zito, he will start it. On the ground to Helton. And that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Giants. 9th inning coming up.
Pete in San Jose, who's been to Iraq 3 times, Dwayne and Mike, he said that there were 2 things that bolstered your spirits. One, seeing the American flag fly proudly in the morning in the middle of a combat zone. The other, watching a Giants game on the Armed Forces Network. He said one reminded him of his duty, one reminded him of home. We want to thank everyone who participated today and visited csnbayarea.com to share their stories and photos. Gentlemen.
All right, thanks, Amy. Here's Gonzalez, who takes a pitch down low, facing Denny Batista. Gonzalez 0 for 3 with a walk. Takes a strike.
Gonzalez in his second year at the major league level. Still a baby, just 24 years of age.
1-2.
Gonzalez originally came up with Oakland. Actually, was originally signed by Arizona and then got dealt to Oakland in the trade that sent Danny Herron to Arizona. Really a good-looking young player.
Molina's going to have to get rid of it in a hurry, and he does. And they get Bautista.
That's 4 strikeouts now for Bautista in an inning and a third.
Well, that's what he can do. Here's Seth Smith. Smith is 1 for 4. Lincecum, Runzler, Bautista. Here on this Memorial Day afternoon here at the ballpark in front of a sellout crowd. Good pitch from Bautista. 1 ball and 1 strike. Giants are 5-1 on this homestand, with 2 more to play after this one before they head on the road to play in Pittsburgh on Friday night. 2 balls and 1 strike. Pittsburgh for 3. The new Big Red Machine for 4. So the Giants will head into Cincinnati Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week. That's where they will be a week from today.
Four days in one city is too many.
Unless maybe if you're going to Chicago or New York.
Yeah.
Or maybe coming to San Francisco if you're a visiting team.
Yeah.
And I think there are some exceptions. Honolulu. Playing a 4-game series there would be great.
Naples.
Yeah. Milwaukee would be beautiful. Oh, we are going to Milwaukee for 4.
Spoken like a true cheesehead.
It didn't come from me. It came from somebody else from Milwaukee in the truck.
But, I mean, you're so used to 3 days in a town. That's just perfect. 2 days, they kill you. 2-day trip to a city, hard on the body. 4 days,
hard on the mind.
Yeah. Took the words out of my mouth.
2-2. And another foul ball out of play. San Diego, that's not a bad place to go for 4 days.
Well, it has been for the Giants.
Yeah. Check that.
See,
this year.
If you're going to go 4 years to a city, or 4 days to a city, you have to win like 3 of them.
And then it seems like 4 years.
Yeah. 4 days, 4 years, same thing. At least the way it feels.
On the ground to Sanchez. Sanchez will throw on to first. I remember when Montreal wasn't very good and nobody was going to those games. 4 games there was rough.
It was bad.
And it's a great town. I mean,
well, you had to go inside to the stadium, which was domed, and it was just sort of dismal. The city part was great, but it was not fun going to the yard, and it should be fun going to the yard
every time. Here's Helton, who takes wide. 1 ball and no strikes. And then there are a list of cities that we would not want to go to for 4 days, and we will not mention those.
Yeah, there are no bad cities in the big leagues. No. Let us first say that. There are no bad cities. There are just some that are better.
Yeah. Tulowitzki to follow. Helton is 1 for 4. Side retired.
Ball's not carrying to center.
Nope, not that way. Last chance for the Giants.
Tomorrow for game 2 when Barry Zito is going to face Jason Hamill. Coverage begins at 6:30 with a pregame show. You'll see it right here at Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area, and it's available in HD. Barry Zito takes his 6-2 records, puts it on the line.
Andres Torres trying to get a call, but as he jumped back out of the way, that was clearly a strike, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, it's rally cap time. Worked yesterday. 109 pitches for Jimenez, who has been spectacular today.
Out of play off the bat of Andres Torres, and it stays 0-2.
The first time through the lineup, Jimenez struck out 6 Giants, and since that time, he has struck out 3, so 9 total on the day.
No swing, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, it's great when your mom and dad have on rally hats. You know you're living in a good house. Andy Corpus starting to get stretched out. Oh, yeah. That kid's being raised right. He didn't even know it.
He will know it.
I love baseball fans, man. They're just.
Plus, they put that rally in there, and they're serious.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Game faces all over this yard.
They weren't serious. They left 2 innings ago.
Torres tops this one to Barmas. Barmas will flip on to Helton. And that'll bring up Freddie Sanchez. Sanchez 1 for 3. On the ground to third. Stewart. 2 outs.
Jimenez came into this game 9-1 with an 0.88 ERA. And he has been spectacular. 114 pitches through 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th. Just 3 hits allowed, 9 strikeouts. He's walked 1 Giant.
And that walk was the only time the Giants had an opportunity with a runner in scoring position, because Huff, who drew the walk, ended up at second by way of the wild pitch. Other than that, the Giants have not had a runner past first base, with the lone exception in the second. Sandoval's got a couple of hits. He also hit a ball well out to Triples Alley that was tracked down. Takes very high, and it's 2-0. This will be pitch number 117 coming up. Strike to Sandoval, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike.
He's used that side of the plate a lot with a two-seam grip against lefties. What a weapon. I mean, it almost looks like a left-handed slider going up by the time it makes its movement back to the strike zone, coming inside corner.
Sandoval shoots one down the left field line for a base hit. That's his 3rd hit. He will move on to second base with the 2-out double. He will pull out that extendo bat once a game.
Well, it's a 3-hit day for the Panda against Ubaldo Jimenez. And he does this so well where he can really extend and drive. Not just, hit it off the end of the bat, but I mean barrel it and rifle it right past the third baseman. He and Stewart never had a chance.
Here's Aubrey Huff. 0 for 2. Hit the ball hard a couple of times. And now he will ask for time. Pitches high to Aubrey Huff. There's a fan, huh?
Oh, yeah. You know that guy?
That's Randy St. Laurent with his daughter, Allie. Randy, you know what he does? Randy, I've known Randy a long time. He carries that rally cap around. Football games, to the mall, looking for a parking spot. He's in.
Gamer.
Very high, and it's 2-0.
Giants need base runners. Last fastball at 96. Huff's had good at-bats against them. Interesting pitch, a 2-0 changeup.
Elton was going to say something to Jimenez and decided not to.
I think he thought wisely.
Three and one.
Biggest thing on Tracy's mind right now is pitch count. Is that pitch was 122 for the day.
And the walk.
And you can see Bob Apodaca, the pitching coach, talking things over with Jim Tracy. And it's a hard decision for a manager. And that's it. He made it. Tracy has not made the call down to the bullpen yet. Maybe he is going to give another chance here. You will ask your ace if he wants to come out of a ball game, and I think more than anything, he just wants to look into his eyes.
Well, the tying run for the Giants is still in the on-deck circle.
So Tracy's going to give one more hitter.
Uribe is 0 for 3. Swing and a foul back.
That was the one he was looking for.
Indeed it was. The 0-1 to Uribe. And he goes around, nothing in 2. So now Uribe is in the hole. Jimenez got him right where he wants him. Sandoval at second, Huff at first. Down low.
Well, that's a good pitch. 0-2, and he knows the tendencies of Uribe. The league does. For Juan Uribe, it's a pretty good take right there. Not an easy one.
Olivo setting up away, and that goes to the backstop. Where did that one come from?
Now, he can do that. That's why a lot of guys will tell you he's not a comfortable AB. Effective wildness, but this is not the time for it. Just a little bit of an overthrow. That was a 95-mile-an-hour fastball he missed with. Olivo sitting up on that outside corner. That speed cannot come across the plate. Make the adjustment.
Two and 2 with Sherholtz watching from the on-deck circle. And a shot to left, and it's right at the left fielder Smith, and that'll end the inning. So it is a complete game shutout for Ubaldo Jimenez, and he does it by throwing 129 pitches. And the Giants dropped the first game of this 3-game series, so the Rockies by the final of 4-2. And more than anything, Mike, too much of Jimenez and not enough offense for the Giants.
Well, as advertised, 9-1 coming into this game with an 0.88 ERA, and his ERA is going to go down. And to do that, he had to be perfect. 9 zeros, 9 strikeouts, and his ERA now at 0.78. And the Giants offense just never could figure him out.
Yep. All right, join us tomorrow for Say Hey Tuesday, and for Game 2 of the series. Giants pregame live is going to start at 6:30. Stay tuned. Giants postgame live starts with interviews and the postgame wrap, and that's going to